Today, I would like to tell you today's class is very important. So far, I have been sharing with you about the do well in coaching. Today, I would like to share one of the most important contents of coaching well, and it is balance coaching. Uh, a life that is out of balance becomes a very unstable and unhappy life. Like in our life, in the balance in any organization is broken, the after effect will last long and so does not pain. Thus, the balance is very important in our life and work. Trudeau spoke about the importance of balance. The central point can be permanently settled by the movement of the returning force against the giving force in the reciprocal relationship. Because God is at the center of true love, the entire universe is operating in balance. Chansongyong states, what is illness? When one of our organs is out of balance and damaged, if we don't quickly correct it, the universe will refill us saying, you have not met the standard of the principle of coexistence. Because of that refilling force, we feel pain. Why does we feel sad? It's the same. If I am a peaceful state, with mind and body united, harmonized with the environment and moving forward toward something great, the universe will protect me. That's why balance is so important. If your life is difficult and hard, it is because the balance is off. Or let's take an example. Breathing balance is really important in human life. There must be a proper balance of inhalation and exhalation. Eating, and exerting food must also be balanced. If this balance is broken, the suffering of living beings will become severe and may even cause death. Balance is achieved by giving and take action. The same is true in the home or church organization. So if we live or work out of balance, bad things will surely happen and we will face great difficulty. This is why balance coaching is so important in do well coaching. Everyone look at this picture. It's a wagon wheel. This wheel is round so it rolls very well. That's because the eight pillars supporting the wheel are firmly balanced. Let's get started. Let's draw a circle on a sheet of A4 paper and insert eight fillers spoke inside the circle. Coaches will identify eight filler names for this circle by asking client questions. The theme of today's balance coaching is what should I do to have a happy marriage? What should I do to have a happy marriage? Let's start with this question. Do you all want to have a happy marriage? Today's coaching topic is balance coaching for a happy marriage. Now, balance coaching for a happy marriage begins. One paper make a beautiful round circle and also eight fillers. spot for questions. The coach will find 8 quality traits to put between these fillers within this circle through asking questions. Think of 8 qualities you need in order to become a beautiful couple. The coach will draw out these 8 traits from client and then have them rate their own score for each trait. Balance coaching coaches naturally within the well-being of squares. I asked the team what are the 8 most important things to do to become a happy, blessed couple. They came up with the following 8 answers. Okay, first, in order to have happy marriage, there must be love. Second, there should be physical contact between the couple. Third, they both must be healthy. Fourth, there should be a lot of conversation time each day between the couple. Fifth, there must be money. Sixth, they must be able to live a life of faith together. Seven, they should travel together. And lastly, 80, they should have varied interest to keep learning, growing, and expressing interest in each other. To be a happy couple, you need these 8 traits. Now, with these 8 answers as the criteria, the coach asked the client to write their marriage. The center of the circle score 0, and the outside in the line of circle scores 10. Now that there are 8 traits, the coach gives a score for each trait. What is the more score? What is the love score between an average couple? First, let's look at this picture to understand how to tally up the scores. Love is worth 5 points. Physical touch is worth 3 points. Health is 8 points. Talking time between husband and wife is 3 points. Money is 6 points. The couple's life of faith is 4 points. Travel as a couple doesn't often take place, so it's 1 point. Also, there is not much content between the couple when they express their interest in each other, so 1 point. That's why I think a couple's love score is about 5 points. Now, let's look at what the figure looks like once the points are connected. In order for there is to be balance, the 8 points should be smooth and aligned, but when we connect the point in the example just mentioned, it looks bumpy. That is, it is out of balance. This wheel won't roll well. At some critical point, it stops rolling. It becomes very difficult to get to the next level. The coach asked the client, "What do you think of this picture? What do you think of this picture?" The client responds, "Our family does not have much physical contact. Our family does not have much time to talk. And our life of faith together as couple is weak." The client will respond to the picture saying that there is not much expression of interest between the couple, and they will feel and know for themselves that the eight balance pillars necessary for happy marriage are broken. The coach continues to look at the picture and ask it question. Okay, your physical content, your physical contact is now 3 points, but what should we do to get the 5 points? To this question, the client answers, I will hug my spouse tightly once in the morning when I leave for work and once when I return from my work. The coach says, then you get 4 points. And ask again, okay, then what would you like to do to get the score of 5? What else would you do besides hugging your spouse? Now the client think about more answers. With these new answers, the score can go up to 5 points when the balance isn't proper. The coach asked questions to draw out answers from the client to create a balance. This is balance coaching. Look at the picture and ask again. Now, what more do we need to do in order to become a beautiful couple? The client answered, there is little talk time. We should have more conversation. The coach says, oh, I see. How much time do you spend talking on a daily basis? The client answers, less than 5 or 10 minutes. The coach asked again, all right, that's what should you do to create more conversation time? The client answers, if we want to create more conversation time, we can have more interesting conversations by doing things like reading book, autobiography, look at the news, join hobby or interest group, volunteering, developing skills, etc. These things will increase conversation time. The coach parachutes him, oh, that's great. So, of course, you will have more time to take right? Oh, that's a great idea. You sure can do that. This is how you coach. For this method, it requires only a sheet of paper and pencil. You can draw a circle and go to your neighbor's house or do it in your home and at your church. Wouldn't it be great if these stories could be shared in a cave with the good smell of coffee? Now let's get into the essence of the Heavenly Parents Holy Community. When it comes to the core of our mission, the theme of how to make 43 families and substantial members will become the essence. For this, I will first share some questions put to our members and their answers. To make 8 fellows in a circle in order to have substantial 43 families. I asked questions about 8 characteristics and these answers came out of it. Firstly, client mentioned the people whom they could witness to. In order to complete the 43 families, first of all, there must be many contacts to witness to. Secondly, they explained that they had to educate them, but the content of the education was too difficult. They said they wanted to make education easier and more fun. Thirdly, they said it was too difficult to start the 43 families by themselves. And so they hoped that some kind of Trinity groups could be formed to work together with them. Fourthly, it's hard to find time, but they think it's necessary to set aside more time in order to be active. Fifthly, sincerity is required. Sixthly, after their activities, they thought it would be good to hold a home group reporting meeting with their Trinity. Seventhly, they impressed that the pastor's active support in giving praise and encouragement is needed. And finally, the last eighth answer came that it would be good to study the case of successful people respectively. Regarding myself, I drew the feel of the eight pillars for real life balance coaching for the sake of educating the substantial 43 families, and I summarized and I prepared the scores for the eight answers. It came out 7.5 point for making a target. Each education got 3 points in order to develop witnessing capacity. In fact, you just do activity and work hard, but good result can't always be guaranteed. I wish there was something like a competence or ability skill set. It would be nice to educate clients on these things, but without them, the score is only 2 points. When they work hard, they get tired and go home to sleep or do their own work. And afterward, they don't do any kind of report. So they can probably evaluate what to do next. It ended up the three were Hadley and the home group report on 20 activities. This is only worth 2 points. There has been little study of the model. Now let's look at the picture. It's very squishy and not smooth or long. But look, there is a very high desire for the creation of witnessing contents. Okay, let's try detailed coaching. Look at the picture. The client got only 3 points for easy education and only 2 points for witnessing management competence. Activity to get together for the report meeting was only 3 points and report meeting only 3 points and the model research was only 3 points. However, meeting many questions scored the highest with 7 points. So, what to do in this case? It is not good when one reads in high. It has to be balanced. The client were able to witness to many people. Now I would like to talk that ability and talk about strengthening witnessing capabilities. What would you like to do to strengthen your witnessing capacity? I asked you a question, so don't you don't you need 3 more points to change the lowest 2 point to 5 points? So, in order to improving witnessing management competence, we come to the conclusion that we will pursue small group studies and receive education from pastors or receive joint education within within professional group. And in practical sense, we will hold meetings for the sake of developing competence right away within training. This is how we will try to make the competence level go up from 2 to 5 points. And as I said before, you should be less focused on the 7 point score. 7 point score a bit. There are easy education part in many different lectures and videos, but still it's not easy to reach a new pupil right away. So what if you could make something more accessible and more fun? This is why we invite experts and ask them to speak about 5 or 7 minutes. So in order to achieve 43 families well, in if there are a lot of 3 points on average, and if you make up to 5 points, your activity will be balanced. For this sake, we need to study what we should do and how. Okay, balance coaching for making the substantial 43 families. Success in realizing the 43 families is the dream of blessed families. To achieve this in balanced way, we need to study a success model, provide easy education, improve our witnessing, management competence, and hold on activity report after doing activity. And we will lead to Upper Johnson prayer devotion a lot. No matter how, no matter how activities, no matter how, but no matter how busy we are, we need to always make time for activity we set. The pastor gives place and encouragement to the members from time to time. If you continue coaching to make these things happen in a balanced way, we will become a happy Chambo family. Therefore, there is a need to create such a beautiful, steady, and well-balanced wheel. For this, a coach will have any give and take leadership is essential. If we live like this, we will not have to worry about making the 43 family. There is no problem in creating a beautiful family. This is an opportunity for the success of Chamber Family Church. We need to create a healthy home group and Chamber leader school and enable the coaches with harmony, give and take leadership to help us complete our 5% responsibility. As this happens, Harmony parents will help you succeed with his 95%. That means you can do well. Thank you. Thank you very much.